I gotta do all this stuff. Come on, show up. I'm waiting for the video to show up on Facebook. Yep. You watched the Colorado State game?
I did. Why I watched some highlights.
Man, what a game. Sorry, everybody, this is a little boring to start if we have any viewers at the moment.
Yeah, me on Twitter or X, whatever it's called.
There we go.
You ready?
Not quite.
Worst intro ever.
Well, we're not really started yet, so technically it's not that bad. Doug liked it. Yeah, fuck Doug, right? I'm gonna take off. Didn't your Giants play last week and you didn't take off?
Yeah. Is he going to the game? Is that what's going on?
No, he's not going. He's just watching.
Just watching the game? Are you kidding me?
All right.
Oh.
Let's just show him up. We don't need
Miami. Please win this game.
Miami, yeah. Let's I mean, Tua's undefeated, so all right. Hey everybody, we are back at the Dynasty Happy Hour, and yes, that is right. Doug took tonight off because he wanted to watch his Patriots against the Dolphins. I mean, James stuck it out last week, didn't even take off the night for his Giants to watch them lose 40-0.
Yeah.
But he did watch them come back today, which we will get to in the meat and potatoes of the episode. But James, how is it going?
It's going good. I mean, like you said, the Giants won. So that is a plus in the positive category for me today. Beautiful day outside, watched football with the family, mainly inside. And I am done with the NFL Plus app. I'm totally over it. Totally off script.
You having problems?
I am having so many problems. I don't know if it's because my iPhone is like not an iPhone 15, or I mean, I couldn't even stream it from my laptop to my TV without having some kind of a break in coverage. And the red zone, it's just not for me, man. I need to watch the complete game. So I talked to the wife, and I am now a YouTube TV subscriber. And that means I get to watch the ticket once again.
Money bags over here, just
no,
showing up.
No.
I actually enjoy Red Zone, and it's probably because my ADD. So I'm sitting there like, oh, I can enjoy this. Like, oh, there's so much going on at one time. And it's going back and forth. It's not kind of sticking to one thing. So for me, the Red Zone is nice, and I've actually had no issues. I can connect it from my phone to my TV thanks to the Google Chromecast and all that stuff. But no, I've had no issues. And you know what? What is something that doesn't have any issues? It's putting prop bets on tonight, which James and I just did. He talked it over with me. I threw on $20 for a prop bet. Tua had a 1,000K for the weekend special. Hopefully, I hit that. Hey,
where did you go to put a prop bet down?
You want to know where? Fast. Underdog. And just like the Arizona Cardinals sticking in every game, Underdog will be in every game for you. They are the best for pick'ems. They're the best for daily fantasy football. It's an easy to use app. It goes right into your game application, which is nice because you can actually accumulate points if you're part of Google Games. It counts for that. So you get like little mini points for Google, which is awesome. But it is an awesome app. And if you use code DHH, you can get your money back pretty much. So, I'm going to throw in $25. You get $25 back. You get it matched up to $100. So you know what? Like tonight, you want to throw prop bets. There's 2 games on tomorrow. Throw some prop bets on there. Like there's 2 games there.
You know, you could also do like 3 or 4 person fantasy best ball drafts.
Yeah,
for each of those games. So if you listen to this show you know who is going to be hot. I mean, it's as simple as that. You do a quick 20-minute draft and you pick the players to win, team of 6 or 7 players, and yeah, you collect the money. It's
Yeah,
that
do it
simple.
against your friends, which is a nice thing. I know we're in a league with some old Dynasty Happy Hour writers with Robbie Jeffries, who runs it, and J Mike, and we actually do a similar type thing where you have to do a daily fantasy every week, and you can earn some cash at the end of the year for that, which is always fun. But once again, code DHH, go to Underdog Fantasy and do that right now. Put money in, do it. All right, James, let's get into some news. Now, this is really cool. AJ Green officially retired as a Bengal. Now, they could probably use his old self out there from what it looked like. But
Yeah.
AJ Green retired to Bengal. I'm waiting for Julio Jones to do it. I wore my Julio Jones jersey today for the second week in a row. It's been lucky, but Julio Jones, I'm hoping, does the same soon because those two came out, very similar. Wasn't the same, same draft class, neck and neck. I thought, they were the 1 and 2. You could go either way. So I'm hoping Julio Jones comes up the same, but AJ Green with a very fun career. I wish he would have won a little more, but yeah, I mean, he made Andy Dalton in his career. So you got anything to say about
Yeah.
AJ Green?
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
I mean, he's done. He's done. But no, he had a good career.
His knees were done at the end of the year.
His knees were done. Definitely like Jello. But it's nice to see him go back to the Bengals and retire a Bengal.
Yeah, let's go over some injuries a little bit. The first major injury was Barkley needed to be helped off the field. I heard whispers in the wind. It could be a high ankle sprain, which, I mean, from last week is an upgrade. I mean, it's not an Achilles, so that's a plus. We don't want to see Achilles. So if Barkley's gone, we're looking at who are we looking at for the backups? We got Eric Gray,
Matt Breida,
yep,
and Eric Gray.
we're going to see a lot of Daniel Jones running.
Gary Brightwell is the third.
We're going to see a lot of play action, and we're going to see a lot of Daniel Jones. Yeah, Kareem Hunt. The cream rises to the top. But yeah, we'll have to see. We'll wait for the big news. We didn't get anything yet. Another big injury is Burrow tweaks his calf, not the animal, his actual calf.
Really?
Yeah. He does not look healthy. He does not look confident in himself, and that's shown on the field. Both T. Higgins plays.
Well, you're muted, so no one can hear you right now, but that's okay. I will take over. I don't know where Joe Burrow got injured, so you gotta jump back in here, Tyler. Yes? No? All right. Well, in that case, man, oh man, you put me on the spot like that. Joe Burrow. Let's see what happened. I don't know what happened. He re-aggravated his calf muscle, same one that he missed most of the summer with, and it's going to be bad. It's not good for Joe Burrow. I picked him in the first round of my redraft Superflex league. Now I am nervous. I am super nervous. Hopefully this isn't a long-term thing, and it could just be, you know, a 1 week, maybe 2 weeks off. Hopefully you have a backup in there for dynasty purposes. I mean, yeah, it's going to stink for this year, but we'll see what happens. We'll wait until Monday for the results. I'm sure he'll get an MRI and get it checked out. And if you want to check something cool out, go to Trophy Smack and upgrade your fantasy league today. We're in football season. Football season is in full swing. Get ahead of that and just throw that trophy or that belt in your cart. Add DHH ring to get a free $60 championship ring added to your order at checkout. So do it now. Use code DHH ring. And I have no idea at this point what is going on with Tyler and or his internet, but we're still live. So I'm going to roll. All right. And what we're going to do is we're just going to go around some of the games that really, really took off this week. Definitely some surprises. We had some battles all across the league. Buffalo still strong, 38-10 over Las Vegas. I mean, wow. James Cook, 123 yards. We said this may be the year that we see a running back that is capable of repeating week after week in the fantasy stat box, and James Cook is where it's at. Gabe Davis finally showed up today, 92 yards. Josh Allen doing his thing. I don't know what is going on with Tyler, but I'm just going to keep going. All right. Well, we can start off talking about my Giants, obviously. Arizona, they tried to pull a fast one on us today, and I keep getting it from every single angle. My friends, all of my fantasy leagues, they they torched me in the first half of that Giants game when it was 20 to nothing. And I am sitting there like, oh my goodness, am I going to actually be able to show my face on the internet, around work circles, friend circles? I mean, it was so tough. But to see the transformation of what happened at halftime with them being down 20 to nothing and then coming back to win 31-28. They tied it up late in the fourth quarter. It was like night and day. Like someone flipped a switch. Um, Daniel Jones looked really, really sharp in the second half. Locked up, hit up Jalen Hyatt, the rookie third round pick out of Clemson, I believe. Don't quote me on that. I'm bad with college names, but I'm pretty sure it was Clemson. He was the Blitnikoff Award winner last year. And man, Jalen Hyatt, welcome to the NFL, man. 89 yards. I love it. 2 catches. Not so good. Throw it to him more. Waller actually had a really good day. That targeted very, very heavily. Yeah, Waller was what, 6 for 76 on 8 targets. He led the team in targets, led the team in receptions. Well, tied that with Saquon Barkley, who Tyler alluded to earlier, left the game. And man, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. But hey, it's all right. Yeah, and I was waiting for Tyler to come back in, but he's not going to. So, I don't know if we're going to restart this or do whatever we need to do. I'm just going to keep grinding until he hits me up. Otherwise, let's just check this out real fast. Nope, has not hit me up. Like he said, we mentioned Matt Breida came in, 1 carry, 5 yards. He will be the next man up for the New York Giants. And James Conner showed off today, 23 carries, 106 yards, and a touchdown. It can't be knocked that he's actually doing a really, really good job with this offense. That's 2 weeks of good production. Michael Wilson came alive, 3 for 56. Rookie. Thought we were going to be really high on him this year, and he showed up today, more so than Rondell Moore, who everybody was chanting. Only 1 for 14 there. Hollywood Brown, 6 for 54 and a touchdown. Yep. Zach Ertz will be a pain in every Trey McBride owner in Dynasty until he leaves the league. Guaranteed. All right. Well, I don't know, Tyler. What are you doing, bud? I hope you're coming back. Don't leave me in here all alone. Let's go to the Chargers and Tennessee. Chargers lose this game 0-2, 27-24. 27-24 Tennessee. I don't know how they pulled it out. Like, really. It was neck and neck towards the end. It was a great game for fantasy. Allen, Williams, even, yeah, I mean, Everett got in there too. Everett had 2 receiving first downs. Yeah, that's good. I guess if you're counting the tight end premium, makes sense, or first downs. And I'm going to get out of here. I am not prepared to do a solo dolo. So peace out. What is going on?
So my computer just went nuts. So it's still a little wonky. Sorry everybody for technical
I
difficulties.
tried to go on and do game by game, and I was just like,
We
no.
we'll start from where we started about Joe Burrow and all that fun stuff. How do I sound? Good?
You're sounding good, and yeah, Joe Burrow re-aggravated his calf.
Yes, we'll start off there. Hi, welcome back. Joe Burrow re-aggravated his calf. You could tell, like I said, T. Higgins, he was kind of carrying the load. Jamar Chase, another bad game. Just that whole offense looks off with Joe Burrow hurt. So we will move on. And the Broncos place tight end Greg Dulcich on the injured reserve. And Adam Troutman did absolutely nothing as well. Brandon Johnson, I think, is a name that played well today, caught a massive Hail Mary, but we will talk about that later when we get into the meat and potatoes of the episode. Speaking of meat and potatoes, Trophy Smack. Trophy Smack is where you need to go. That's meat and potatoes. I mean, Trophy Smack is what you need to upgrade your fantasy leagues. It is great. We got a traveling belt for a league we are all in, and also I have a bunch of trophies for other leagues. And James, you've got the chef belt.
Oh
Hurdy
yeah,
furdy.
birdie.
Yes, and I would love to get a customized belt as well. They look sweet, and they are just getting more and more options. You can have something for the loser of your league, which is always fun, and you always need because there's always that one or two players you just want to rub in their face that you lost. And you know what? You can get a fake piece of poop to rub in their face that they lost. So that's always fun. Once again, you go to trophysmack.com, use code DHHRing, and you can get a free championship ring as well. I've got one in a case. They're heavy, they are nice. They're always nice to flaunt around, especially during your draft. They're always fun to have. Once again, code DHHRing to get your free ring at checkout. Now, with all of the crazy stuff that happened with us, let's get into these games with all the technical difficulties I have had with my computer right now. Let's start off with let's just go game by game. We'll give you a couple things that we all saw from each game. Vegas versus Buffalo.
Vegas versus Buffalo. They are utilizing in Buffalo the 12-man personnel. We are seeing a lot of two tight end sets on the field. Kincaid and Dawson Knox. Dawson Knox with 5 targets. Kincaid with 6. And I think this is going to be a steady back and forth throughout the season. I don't think this changes. I think this is the part of the offense that they wanted to see. They can control it better and watch the blocking with the two tight ends set up and leaking one out as a receiver. It just makes a lot of sense. Kincaid, I think he's going to be great for fantasy, but Knox, didn't he just get a contract?
Yeah, I think he had last year. I know Knox only had 3 for 10, but a touchdown. He's going to be utilized in the red zone for sure. I like seeing Khalil Shakir out there. I think they need to see what they got in him because last year at the end of the year, I thought he was a sneaky sleeper.
He caught that ball. There must have been like 2 inches of space between the ball and the ground. It
Yeah,
was an amazing catch, and obviously it went in for a touchdown. So you love to see it.
he's a good receiver. And you know who else is a good receiver? James Cook. Like they are using James Cook how I imagined they were going to use him last year, and all it took was the greatness of Devin Singletary to leave. That's all it
Oh,
took.
Devin Singletary killed my
J-
my prop bet today with Damian Pierce.
So James Cook looks like a different player though. Like he has more confidence in himself. He looks like he's a little more spry, and his vision is way better than it was in Georgia because that was one of the knocks on him was his vision. But he looks like a way better player, and he's fitting this offense perfect. And Josh Allen, I mean, after last week, didn't we call it? Josh Allen's going to come back and just have a massive game, which he did. We're okay. And on the Vegas side, I mean, Josh Jacobs pretty much disappeared. He did his best disappearing act.
Well, I mean, if you want to keep up with Buffalo, you're going to have to throw the ball. And when your best wide receiver, Devontae Adams, goes out of the game with a concussion, that's usually a bad sign. But obviously, he didn't do it before he had 84 yards and a touchdown. So
Yeah, he
we'll
looked
have
fine.
to watch that one.
And hey, Kieran, I think that's how you pronounce it, Kieran. Manning, maybe he's related to one of the Mannings. We're not sure, but hey, he says good day from Australia. And that's right. You
Hey,
can watch us live on Facebook, YouTube, and even on the X app. We are on. Come give us a follow, smash the like, and subscribe. It's
this
always
show,
fun.
though, they
Good
should
comment.
fast forward for about 15 minutes on
Yes,
YouTube.
it did not start off great. My computer was very warm, very, very warm. He did say not related in the chat, so
Oh,
yeah, it's okay. He's
trying
probably
to get
just
some free tickets.
he's probably just as good as the Mannings. Another nice thing, Gabe Davis seems to be healthy. He looks good. Like he looks like what we all thought he might have looked like last year. And
I'm
this could
glad I held on. Like,
yeah,
because that offense, they're in such of a need of a second wide receiver. Even bringing Kincaid in, they still are in need of someone that when Diggs is taking on the main cornerback, to or drawing the safety, Davis needs to be able to step up and make passes, receptions, and he did that today. Big one. Yeah, obviously had a big one over 40 yards, six receptions. Man, I'm not going to get too overworked up about it because we've seen the highs and lows of Gabe Davis, and we know the lows are coming just as fast as the highs he did today.
Yes, 100%. Let's move on to the Baltimore Ravens versus the Bengals. Bengals are 0-2, not a good sign. But what do you got with this game?
Baltimore, they started to open it up the passing game a little bit more. Odell Beckham was targeted 4 times in this game. He had 3, I believe, receptions. 2 of them came in the first half. Zay Flowers is a real thing. Like
Caught a bit. His longest was a 52-yard reception. He went 4 for 62. So I mean, the ADOT is not crazy, but when they go deep with him, he catches it. So maybe they need to do that more.
and you're not going to be able to figure out the backfield between Gus Edwards and Justice Hill.
Yeah, I mean they're both going to have
split.
games.
It's a split.
And
what about the corpse of Nelson Aguilar? Can we talk about that real fast?
I was going to bring up Rashad Bateman. I think the dream is dead of him being anything relevant. So if he's on your team, you're just kind of hoping that he becomes kind of what Nelson Aguilar has done and reviving his career a little bit. Who he did catch a touchdown. I just think this team is going to be game by game. You're not going to really know. Your only stays are going to be Andrews, Flowers, and Lamar Jackson.
Right. And to your point, then, if Bateman does have one of those good games, I'm selling. I'm going to try to get out if I can.
Yes, there's a player I want to talk about that I'm struggling with tonight because I got him in a league and I don't know what to do with him. So going over to the other side, like I said, Burrow's calf, he does not look right. The 2 touchdowns I feel like were all T. Higgins, who had a massive 2 touchdown game. one thing I do want you to keep an eye on is Charlie Jones, who scored a return touchdown. Fast. He is very fast. And if anything happens to these receivers, I think he's the guy to come in and replace. I always like the players that show a lot on special team when they're not really getting too much playing time.
Yeah, I remember who. What was that?
Tyreek
Was
Hill.
Tyreek Hill. There was a player in Antonio Brown. That's who it was.
Yep, Antonio Brown was another player that started off as a punt and kick returner and then just became what he's known today. And then he got his head knocked off, and now he's what he's known today.
Yeah, and Charlie Jones, I mean, we talked about him in the offseason, 4th round pick in your fantasy leagues. He could actually be the next Tyler Boyd.
Yeah, he's drafted as his replacement, 100%.
Yeah. And what are we doing with Jamar Chase, dude? Because he's linked right with Burrow.
Exactly. I mean, he's gonna get signed. There's a reason why Hagan hasn't re-signed. I'm not worried about Chase. If you can buy any dip on him, that's fine. This is Jamar Chase. This is Joe Burrow. They start off very slow, very, very slow, and then they heat up by like week 4. So big games will be coming from those two. And the schedule will open up a little better. I know I heard that earlier today where their schedule gets a little better. So from a dynasty aspect, Zay Flowers, who would you rather have, Zay Flowers or, let me see, Jackson Smith-Njigba in dynasty?
I think it's Zay Flowers.
Okay.
We've already seen him be part of the offense as a major factor. We know Odell Beckham isn't a long-term thing. Bateman obviously
Who
not
hurt
being
his
a
ankle?
long-term thing. I mean, JSN looks great. I'm not going to put anything past them, but I don't know yet. That's a tough one. I want to say Zay Flowers right now, but I know JSN, like, they could be 1A, 1B this year. That's a tough one, Tyler. Damn. Oh, man. I can hear you.
Hello.
Yeah, I can hear you. You're breathing. All right.
All right. Can you hear me? Are we back?
Yeah,
well,
you're back.
I can't hear anything, so I'm just going to roll with it.
Oh, man. JSN, you can't hear anything? This might be a lost cause, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, if you know anybody that can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me now? No. All right. Well, to be continued. I'm going to stop now. And to be determined on if we come back. Sorry about this.